The story really is about me meeting this wonderful, beautiful young German girl and moving back to live in Berlin in her apartment. I found it really difficult to write because I found that people said I should write it as a memoir because it's a true story, which I found really difficult to do because obviously something really bad happens at the end of the story. So I just forgot about it. And then Martin kind of kept at me, said, you should tell that story. And I just said, I just can't, it's too difficult, even though it's 40 years ago. So he said, why don't you fictionalize it and create a different character and don't use your own name? And I did. Everything else, I used everybody else's real name, but I took my name out of it, and it was weird, it was quite cathartic, it worked, and it made it less self-pitying, I think, and less melodramatic. Anyway, the book's called the Kreuzberg Sonata, and this chapter is called the Kreuzberg Sonata. It's raining again. It feels like it never stops. Never, ever, always rain. You should write a song about it, a poem maybe. Berlin, Berlin is never dry. Up above is the dark grey sky. Must be where the oceans lie. Don't laugh. I like it. You have to start somewhere. I've read some of your early stuff. It wasn't so great. What about a book? Berlin, City of Rain, or Berlin under a grey sky, or maybe just here, set in Kreuzberg, the gloom of Südostsechsunddreißig. Südostsechsunddreißig in Lieder Lieber. What's that Beethoven piece you listen to? It sounds like Kreuzberg. It's a sonata. Tolstoy turned it into a short story. Infidelity, revenge, and beautiful music. Lang watched her as she spoke, looking out of the apartment window. She was in silhouette. These were the moments where he felt trapped in a dream, where he couldn't move, couldn't speak, like a ghost was present in the room. But this was Berlin. All of the buildings, all of the rooms, all of the air was haunted. The Kreutzer Sonata, he said quietly, finding a way to make his mouth move again. She didn't turn around. She had her arms folded and the thin strap of her black silk top had slipped off her shoulder. If only he had a camera, he thought. Just this moment, this one photograph would do. Only one. Yes, that's it. There it is, my title. The Kreuzberg Sonata. Anyway, it'll do for now until I can get started. Come over here and look out of the window with me. Hold my hand, rest your head on my shoulder. Just like lovers, that's what we are, you and I. Lovers. Lovers in the grey city of gloom. Lang got up and stood next to her as she rested her head on his shoulder, holding his hand. In the background, her mixed music cassette played out the themes of their afternoon together. Jeanne Moreau, the great French actress, finished singing the title song to Marguerite Duras' film India Song, which then fell into the sweet tones of Robert Smith of The Cure, pondering Killing an Arab. She put these weekly tapes together with such care that she had to be left alone for hours as she prepared to copy from her vast collection of vinyl. He loved the familiar and the obscure being crashed together so perfectly. They were like minor revelations, little messages being sent out to the world about her concerns, her melancholy, her helplessness, and her happiness. All caught up inside music that was a major part of her life, their life. Music had brought them together. Music had made them who they were. It influenced everything they did. Clothes, books, movies, even the way they wore their hair. When Ian Curtis began singing Transmission, they kissed, and she whispered in his ear that they had met listening to this song being played live. The mesmerizing dance as he sang, dance, 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 to the radio. She took his hand and put it on her bare breast. He didn't need to say anything. The music did everything it needed to do for both of them. It had brought them together. And now that meant something else. But the song stayed with them. The memory was real. They had decided the song was theirs. Ours, he thought. It belongs to us. Thank you.